Hey, what's up? I hope you're doing well. I wanted to really just touch base because I know it's been like 3 months since you probably saw that Facebook post where I said, actually almost four, since I said, hey, I'm going to take on 5 people and we're going to teach them all the things through creative financing. And you're like, what in the heck happened? Like, I reached out to Dave and then it was just chaos and then I never heard from him again. He ghosted me. Oh my goodness. And so I want to tell you what actually transpired. It was, oh my gosh, the response is overwhelming. I thought I was going to get like 20, 30 people who were like, yeah, I'm interested. We got like 400 comments. It basically broke my calendar. My calendar had 60 days worth of slots, like 12 slots for 30-minute phone calls a week for 60 days, and it was gone almost immediately. At one point, I had 90 unread messages with people who were trying to schedule the calendar events, and I'm trying to open spots on my calendar to fit 15 calls a week or 20 calls a week. I had a team member who was calling people to do like screening calls prior to the actual calls to see if there was a way to speed things up, and we still couldn't get past the 60 days out. And it was just this rolling, always booked, and people couldn't schedule, and it was chaos. It got so bad that I actually, from like December 20th to like January 15th or something, I like uninstalled Messenger. And then we rolled out this 6-month coaching program at $3,200, and the intent was to take on 5 or 10 people, test that out, and then up the price, test it again, and teach them creative financing, seller financing. And the more that we taught and did sales calls, the more I just realized that almost everyone I talked to, it was a better fit to get them in the War Room Mastermind. And so we shut the coaching thing down and just focused on the War Room Mastermind. And we rolled the entire creative financing curriculum idea into that as a Monday call where I'm going to start doing masterclasses, talking through creative financing and all of that. And so that's the intent, right? Is that we're going to do creative financing calls on Mondays within the mastermind, and you're still going to get most of that content, all of that content over time, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be way more affordable. You could do 3.5 years in the War Room, 3 years in the War Room for the same price as 6 months with the coaching program, and you get way more. So we're going to talk about that right now, and I'm sorry that it has taken so long to get all of this out here. It has been chaos both in that and my business, and I mean, so much has changed over the last 3-4 months. My whole team has changed. New employees, old employees gone. Things are just chaos, and in good ways, like lots of growth and everything. So here we go. We're going to crush through this PowerPoint presentation. This was a webinar that I did, and I'm just going to speed through it real quick and give you the brief overview. The mission of the War Room is to create a community of like-minded, serious investors with a common military bond who come together and hold each other accountable to achieve their dreams. And we have created that. There's a lot of, I hit a bunch of slides about who I am, like my back history and everything, because that's not as important as the fact this is the only one I left on here. I'm a networker, connector. You're going to get access to a lot more of my network. You might recognize some guys on here if you follow UFC. There's Chris Weidman, but there's Robert Kiyosaki and Robert had Jocko Willink. We have had Grant Cardone on the podcast as well. And then obviously Brandon Turner, who's spoken to the group, and David Green, and just a couple other people. I will let you read these in detail if you'd like to just pause, but this is some testimonials. The most important one down there, obviously, is Sam Lynch, even at double the price. Totally worth it. Again, because I'm trying to save y'all some time, I'm going to let you read through all of these, but these are the 11 general orders on our Facebook group. Basically sums up what we believe, right? And all of this is essentially all encompassing into our core values within the War Room and how you achieve success. I'm not going to read through all these. The most important thing for you to understand here is rank doesn't matter within the War Room. This is a military and veteran only mastermind. This is the only thing I do within the community that is only service members and vets. Ranks out the window. If a E1, E2 is trying to give advice because he's got a massive multifamily empire and he's trying to give advice to, Lieutenant Colonel, and rank comes up, then it just kind of defeats the whole purpose. So ranks out the window. Nobody's off limits, right? Not a pissing competition. This is a group for us to all grow together. That's the intent. So just be a good person. And we are more interested in helping you develop your mindset than just your real estate, because that will help everything, which is why I I haven't actually announced this yet, so I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. I'm in the process of working on adding a arm to the mastermind where we're actually going to be able to offer as a strategic partnership coaching with Jason Dries, which is the performance coach that Brandon Turner works with. And that's going to be coming at a better rate than what it would come with if you were not a member of the War Room. And Jason is my personal performance coach as well. I just started with him this week, and I'm stoked. So this is going to be good. Why is accountability important? You can basically read through this. This was a study done, and on the very bottom there, they did a study on goals, right? Those who didn't write out their goals, 54% chance of achieving. Written goals, 76%. Written plus action, 64% actually went down. Written, action, and they told a friend, 80%. And if you wrote out your goals, made commitments to action, and had weekly accountability, 95% chance that you were going to achieve your goals. So that accountability piece, holy smokes. Imagine if you set a goal and you don't write it out, or if you do all the other stuff and you set goals every year, and one year you have 54% chance and the other year you have 94% chance of achieving all your goals. That means like every single year you have almost double the chance of achieving your goals over the other year. Like every year you're moving twice as fast. It's crazy. So we do 1 to 2 person events, or 1 to 2 in-person events every year. We've got one coming up May 19th to the 21st in Tampa. We would love to have you there. We're going to have up to 50 people. It's going to be great. Mastermind people only. We do guest speakers. It says monthly. We're bumping that up to more like closer to weekly. We've got Saturday calls. Those are the guest speakers and member presentations. Those are Saturday mornings. We've got breakout sessions. We do a lot of good stuff. Thursday, office hours calls, which is like a ask me anything. Then we do squad calls, which will be on your timeline, time zone. And then we bring in members in the group to talk about, we could do master classes on their specific niche. So Adam Whitney just did a 5-week course on finding off-market deals. Next month we got one on short-term rentals. Marcus Long is working on one on syndications. I'm doing the creative financing so that you can learn better understanding and more of a deep dive in every niche. And then we've got the new Circle community, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Private Facebook group, tons of networking opportunities. This is kind of our format for that small group call. You'll be given, there's a video on this when you get in, and it's just a format to stick with, right? Where you've got highs and lows and big goals and accomplishments and hot seats, and this is the accountability piece, and it's really cool. And again, there's a better video on that. I'm trying to keep this video short because I want to be respectful of your time. So I am going to link to a much longer version of this presentation where I go in detail on all of these slides. This is just kind of a brief overview. Okay, some stats. Really the only thing here, I mean, I could go through all these stats, but the coolest thing here is that of the 53 members who took this survey 2 years after this group came into existence, almost 21% of them had become a millionaire in that 2-year period. And 11.4% of the group had taken down an extra 5 to 10 deals. Almost 6% had done 10 to 25 deals, and almost 4% had done 25 deals or more, right? So pretty sweet. A lot of deals being done, right? That's what, math in public, that's 12, 18, 22% of the group has done 5 deals or more in just that 2 years, right? So pretty sweet. Circle community on the left here. You can pause, you can read through it. This has actually grown out a ton. I need to read this slide because we've added so much stuff to this, but this is the new community where we're going to host all of our events and all of our forums to have conversations, and it's awesome. It's way better than Facebook. Okay, so here's really what this all should boil down to for you. Do you believe that an accountability group will help you achieve your goals? I do. Can you see yourself benefiting from access to these guest speakers and masterclasses? I know I have. Would you benefit from belonging to a positive military community? I know there's some vet bro groups out there that are not so positive. This one's super positive and helpful. It's all service members and vets. If that's valuable to you, that's a benefit. It's super valuable to me. Are you willing to put the work in to achieve the success you want? This isn't a handhold. You got to be willing to put in the work. If you can't say yes to that, hey, that's on you. And do you believe in yourself? Those are the questions. What do you get? You get direct access to me, 2 calls per week, into the Facebook group and Circle, and access to my network when possible, when I can help. Direct access to real estate investors in the group who are crushing at the highest level. We've got that discount and free consultations. That number's probably changed. It's probably closer to $3,000, but tons of discounts and partnerships and consultations that are offered specifically to the mastermind that I don't offer anywhere else, including free access to, well, it's already listed down here, free access to 2 of my courses, access to all of the previous recorded calls and coaching and speakers. You're going to get access to my net worth template tracker. You will also get, the goal is a free t-shirt and a free copy of the Military Millionaire planner when you join the group. And then whatever else I've added since you guys are reading this. So a lot of money there, that tons of value, which is why all my mentors tell me all the time that I need to raise the price. A bunch of additional resources. We've covered the community, the Facebook group, Google Drive that I have, tons of different investors. And again, these are the mentors. So, hey, look, mentors, here's screenshots that they said I could take. So there's Bill Allen, the owner of 7 Figure Flipping, who charges $25,000 a year for his higher tier coaching program. He was offered to coach me for 90 grand, and he said, up the price. There's his first tip. And then Brian Lubin, who hosts the Action Academy, out of nowhere, he was like, dude, if you don't raise your price, I'm fighting you. Now, we have raised our price from that 100 a month to 150 a month, or $1,000 a year, right? So I did not raise the price, actually. I just raised the monthly if you're not willing to commit to a full year, right? So it's going to cost you a little bit more if you're just dipping your toe in the water over the annual price. But wait, there's more. So if you enroll by midnight on Saturday, you'll get $50 off month 1 or $100 off the year. So $900 for the year, or $100 for month 1, and then $150 going forward. And you got to use the code Dave Said So at checkout. And yeah, there's a guarantee, so a 30-day money-back guarantee. The fine print on this is it's an action-based guarantee. So you got to show up for 50% of the office hours calls, Saturday calls, and your squad calls, right? So you got to give it a fair shake. If you're not actually going to show up and do the work, one of the questions that I asked you, right, and say yes to, do you believe? If you're not actually going to show up and do the work, then I don't think it's on me to give you the refund because you didn't get anything out of it, because it was on you that you didn't get anything out of it. You didn't really give it a shot. That being said, I know it says that it's never been claimed, like nobody's ever claimed this discount. That's true. Nobody's ever asked for the discount. Not a single person has, or the guarantee, the money back. Not a single person has ever asked me for the 30-day money back, right? Nobody's ever come back and said, the value wasn't here, can I get my money back for this first month? Not once. And if you pay for the annual and then you get in and you're like, whoa, that was just not it, even if you don't make it in that 30-day window, I'll give you, all of the money back minus that first month or whatever. Oh yeah, next steps. Normally there's an application, but there's this link right there, Teachable. So from militarymillionaire.com/teachable-mastermind. Ultimately, here's the deal. I was going to do a 6-month, pretty intense coaching for $3,200, and it was going to be just me running the show, trying to do just the creative financing stuff, which would have been helpful to a small group of people who already knew how to find their own deals, already knew how to market, and was really just looking for like the tweaks on creative financing. Now, for that $1,000 for a whole year instead of 6 months, or $150 a month if you don't want to pay the $1,000 up front, you're going to get access to me and 200 plus other service members and vets who are crushing it. I'm not the biggest fish in that group, so there are other people who are doing way better, including a guy named Gabe Hamill, who's worth $25 million and does way better with, or way more seller financing deals than I do, so even more creative financing stuff. And you're going to get all the creative financing stuff, plus any other niche in real estate. There are people in there doing it, from storage to mobile homes to RV parks to multifamily to flips to wholesaling to BRRRRs to Airbnb to new development to you name it, all in there. You get access to all of them, and an accountability group, and an Ask Me Anything office hours call, and a Saturday call, and a supportive community that wants to watch you succeed. And so hopefully that is as valuable to you as it seems to me, because basically as I was talking through the coaching thing with everybody, I found myself mentioning this, and almost everybody joined this instead of the coaching, and I realized, I need to just offer this to everyone. So, hope you take up that discount. Dave said so is the coupon. $50 off month one, $100 off the year. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get on that call with you all. If you got through this video and you still have questions, ping me. I'm still willing to jump on a short call with you because I know it was such a pain to schedule all those discovery calls. And so, I'd still like to help you out. So, hope you have a great day, and thanks for checking everything out.